It's been a couple weeks of Thanksgiving, so I might be a little rusty.
It's totally fine. We got this.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Connect North. Oh my gosh, I don't even know the name of my thing. That's how bad it is.
Who are you?
Start over. And cut. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Connect My Business North Kent. I am here with April Petersen from Frugthaven Farms. Is that right?
Yeah, it's right, but no S. We are one farm. We're
one farm.
One farm.
Frugthaven Farm.
No S.
We're out on where the old Klackle Orchards were out in Greenville. We're actually in this cool igloo outside. So we're nice and toasty in here, but we're outside.
65 degrees and
65
sunny.
degrees in here. So April, welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for coming out. We appreciate it.
Yeah, this is great. So we're going to do a little tour of the place a little later on, but I'd like you to get to know April a little bit. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my husband and I grew up here in Greenville.
Okay.
I went away to college, fire up chips. And left Greenville thinking I'd never be back. And then I stopped off for a weekend and bumped into my husband, who was a high school sweetheart, and we got married a year later.
Wow.
And all my dreams of traveling the world changed.
Went bye-bye.
Yes.
No. And you live currently here in Greenville?
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
cool.
On the west side of town. So.
Awesome. And kids too?
2 kids. So I have a senior in high school, Morgan, and my daughter is Mia, and she's a freshman at Greenville.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Lifelong West Michigan resident, and starting this new business, which is amazing. Tell us a little bit about Frugthaven. What made you come up with this idea of having a coffee shop here in Greenville?
Yeah, so it's a big...
Oh, it's more than that.
Yeah, more than just a coffee shop, but it is a good story. The Klackle family last fall announced that they were going to retire, and they had about 400 acres here of orchard. They were several generations of apple farmers, and they announced that they were going to parcel off the property and sell it at auction, which got everybody concerned because the fears were all of the apple trees would be gone,
Yep.
a lot of development would take place. And my husband and I really didn't pay much attention to it until the day of the online auction, which was back in March, I think. And my husband called me that day and said, hey, maybe we should bid on track 1 of the Klackle property. And I said, no, let's not do that. And by 6:30 that night, we owned it. So
wow.
That was the first time we had talked about it.
But didn't have any idea what you wanted to do.
No.
Nice.
Nothing. So we had a hard cider and toasted and said, okay, now what?
And you came up with this idea.
And we came up with this idea. So
tell us a little bit about Frugthaven.
Yeah, so we have 75 acres here. We have 40 acres of apples, which we successfully harvested this year. We had an apple harvest. We had you-pick apples, wagon rides into the apples. So that felt like a big success this year, having no experience whatsoever with apple trees at all. So we learned a lot. We have a 15,000 square foot building here, which was their cidery, their donut shop, a marketplace. And so we're creating our coffee shop, which will be called the Cafe Bar. We feature Madcap Coffee, which we're really proud of. We do have the Klackle original donut recipe.
Ooh.
So we are cranking out the donuts.
Nice.
And loving that. We've added a few flavors too that we're loving, some seasonal varieties. And in the center of the market, we are building a fresh market that'll have fresh meats and cheeses and produce, lots of delicious foods. And then the back of the market building will become our tavern. So we do have a liquor license here, so we'll be able to have a full service bar. We hope to be able to make hard cider at some point and have a lot of outdoor spaces like this igloo.
Yeah.
Lots of patio spaces, patios off the coffee shop and off the tavern.
This igloo would be really cool right here when it's snowing out.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it does drip a little bit when it's colder outside than it is. But yeah, we have a heater in the igloo. We can seat 6 to 8 people in here, and you can get your coffee and donuts and hang out in here and just enjoy it.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It's toasty.
We're going to take a little tour of the place here pretty quick. Got one question for you.
Okay.
So if you're not working, where would we find you?
If I'm not working, where would you find me? Hiding at my house.
Hiding.
Not talking to anybody. We actually, we live on a lovely lake just west of town. So in the summertime, my husband and I hide on our pontoon. Unfortunately, this summer we were going to play hooky one day. We went out and sat on the pontoon, and one of our employees went going water skiing by and said, "Hey, Mike and April." We're like, "Go, come on."
Can't escape.
So yeah, I have a busy kind of life with my shop, Pink Frillos, and this farm. It keeps me pretty busy, but I love, honestly, if I'm not here or there, I'm usually watching my son play soccer or football, or my daughter play volleyball or softball, to be honest.
She is a multi-business owner too. I forgot to mention that also. She has Pink Frillos, which is on Lincoln Lake, right?
Yep.
Lincoln Lake Road, right? Just north of M57 there. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Pink Frillos is a gift shop, home decor. We have apparel and clothing. And that's been open almost 4 years now. So I purchased an old party store that had been sitting vacant for 2 years, kind of out in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
And created a little boutique that has just taken off, and that was my first step into any kind of retail. We bought the building and said, "What should we do with this?" And I said, "I guess I'll have a shop."
What are your specialties there? What do people get drawn there for?
Well, I think it's a mix of things. We have really unique home decor and gifts, which when I opened, there weren't a lot of other options in this area at all for that kind of thing. I love to have interesting, easy to wear clothes that pretty much anybody can throw on. And I like to say, if you come in for a gift, you might leave with an outfit to wear to the party. So, and I think our service is the best around. So
cool.
Yeah.
So go check them out too. Check out Pink Frillos coming out here to Frugthaven. We're going to take a real quick trip. She can around so you can see what's going on inside. There's some building going on in there.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. So stay tuned.
It's our temporary space right now, but as you can see, people are gathering in here. We've got some comfy spaces, some gathering spaces. And our tavern will be out the back of this area where it's kind of screened off right now.
Behind these screens.
This is where they used to package the apples. They have the cider press back there, and we're looking forward to maybe someday doing hard cider out there, but definitely having a gathering tavern, a family-friendly kind of space to hang out in.
Yeah, it's getting renovated right now, so I did go back there. It's pretty cool back there.
It's a big open space.
Yes.
So this is our temporary coffee shop right now. So you can see we've got some training going on. We love that we can serve Madcap coffee here in Greenville. It's what we think is the best coffee around. So, and this is again just a temporary space. So we have smaller equipment right now that doesn't kind of keep up to capacity, but it's what we can fit and using what we have, right now. So. Yeah.
And then we can go to the coffee house being built.
Oh yeah, and the donuts. We gotta show the donuts.
Oh yeah.
So we have 2 giant donut machines that we bought for the property that they used at Klackle's. And we kept their recipe, so the donuts taste exactly the same as they used to, or maybe better. And we got the apple, the pumpkin, the blueberry, all the flavors that everybody really loved before. We've also got gluten-free donuts, apple fritters.
Ooh, I might have to grab a gluten-free donut.
Yeah. So we get our gluten-free donuts from Kind Crumbs, which is a local gluten-free bakery. So we're really proud of that too. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then back here, as you can hear,
a little loud back here.
Construction is underway.
Right at the wrong time.
There you go. So this is where our official coffee shop will move to. It'll be an entrance right off of the main road here. There'll be outdoor seating. And they're putting up a wall so that can be open even if this main market area is closed. That'll be open at 6 in the morning, just like our current coffee shop is.
Okay.
So.
And you said you're putting in a drive-through also, right?
Yeah. There is some township regulations that we have to get through, but we are building for the drive-through and hope that will go through without any trouble.
Okay. It's going to be a great meeting space. I'm going to put up some pictures also to take a look at for people, but it's going to be wide open in the back there with windows, be able to see out back with the meeting space, with more seats out back, out front there. It's going to look really, really cool back here. So you've done an amazing job.
Thanks. We worked with what we had for this summer. There are a lot of things that aren't quite right, but we're doing what we can with what we have. And when we're done, it's going to be a pretty amazing space. We're pretty excited about it.
Yeah. And this is where the fresh meats and cheeses
Yeah, so this
and
will be
everything
our wide open market space, fresh produce, fresh vegetables, fresh meat, fresh cheese. Just a new kind of shopping atmosphere for this area.
It is.
Where you can get a picnic lunch and take it out into the apple orchard. Maybe get a panini made and sit out at one of the fire pits and eat that for your lunch. Just a lot of fresh options that you don't have in town right now.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm going to walk right over here and show some pictures, if that's okay. So if you look up top here, that's the coffee bar that they're building right now. With, as you can see, the windows going out to the front there. And then this is out front of the coffee shop?
This is the front that you'll see as you pull in. The building right now is red, as you may remember. We're giving it all a whitewash with black trim. And then some outdoor seating, patio areas. And then you can see what kind of the look is going to be, a really clean, modern look with big comfy chairs to sit in and hang out.
Just the donut shop, right?
Yeah,
The most
and we'll have
most
fresh
place.
breakfast sandwiches, bagels, that kind of thing, so you can get your morning fuel.
And can we go outside too, and
Yeah.
we can show everybody what's going on outside?
Of course.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Yep, there we go.
Okay, so we have a lot of buildings here on the property. You can see our little picnic barn. We've got our old barn. We call it the North Barn, which was moved here from Sparta. It's, I don't know, 100 years old or something. Beautiful inside, all the old beams and woodwork inside. And that's getting re-sided. Actually, next week I think they're going to start re-siding that with authentic barn wood. So it'll still maintain the same look, but it'll be snug as a bug in there. We've got silos out back, so we're pretty proud of our little silo collection. And we can anticipate markets out there.
Yeah.
We'll have, if you think about beautiful shopping markets that you can wind through the silos and through the barns, food truck rallies, barbecue competitions, all that kind of thing to bring people out here. This is our stage, which is, it's at a crazy spot right now, but we'll have that moved out to the lawn so we can do evening concerts, family movie nights on the lawn. And then this is our original dairy barn over here, which has always just been used for a barn. We'll take off some of the additions that have been put on it, re-side that, and the inside is just beautiful with all the original wood beams. And that'll be a beautiful wedding venue with a greenhouse out the back, a patio out into the lawn.
Yeah, those pictures were gorgeous.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful space. And then you can have your reception kind of overlooking the apple orchard, photos in the apples. It's going to be pretty cool. And you can see my husband out on the tractor.
There he is, way out there.
Having fun on his brand new John Deere. So.
Well, this is an amazing space. You guys are doing great and bringing some charm here. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we're pretty excited. It's been an adventure. We've learned a ton. So.
Are you having like a grand opening? I know you've opened already,
Yeah.
but are you going to have a big grand opening for the coffee house or anything?
Yeah, I would imagine once the cafe bar, the new coffee shop opens, we'll have something. But this summer, we just wanted to get open, have apples and donuts, and make it work. And we honestly didn't know what to expect.
Sure.
So we just opened the doors and said, if people come, we're ready.
Yeah. So come on out, guys. There's plenty of donuts. There's coffee out here. It's they're affiliated with Madcap, and I know a lot of you guys know what Madcap is. I'm not a coffee guy, but I think my wife might be driving out here.
When we decided to have coffee, we said, what's the best coffee we can have? And it was an easy choice to bring in Madcap. So
Madcap, that's great. All right, guys, Frugthaven Farm, the old Klackle, but we're gonna only call it Frugthaven Farm from now on.
Call it whatever you want, as long as you come out.
Yeah, come on out. All right, thanks again, April.
Thank
This
you.
has been great.
I appreciate it.
Yep.